Oh, that's so perfect. Cause it's a Motorhead. What's your price to pay? Don't you think that I am gay? Cause a Motorhead. What's your price to pay? Quit starting some rumors that I'm gay. Wouldn't turn out right. I will tell you, girl. I want to do my world around you. I want to get a restraining order against you. I want to make you understand I'm talking about a lifetime restraining order ban. Yeah, I got to get those lights fixed. Let me turn these ones off. These fucking lights are driving me insane. Lights everywhere. Lights. People moving up, people moving in, people are arguing about the color of the skin. Huh, huh, huh. People moving up, people moving in, people are partying over the color of the skin. Because of Motorhead, what's your price tonight? Are we gonna try to fight? Cause of Motorhead. Quandary. Alone again. Naturally. I got these computer settings on this thing today. What a hilarious joke. That's why I spent like an hour. Try and go look for a good webcam. Try it. It's absolutely impossible. This makes me look white. Too white. Better looking than this. Yeah, I really am. Shit, you want to see if I can minimize this and fuck with this thing real quick. See if I can minimize the chat. Oh yeah, I did that. Good. Cut this out and go to this Mickey Mouse fucking. No camera was detected. Oh, that's right. It's the wrong camera. Fuck. Motherfucker. Why me? I mean, this camera sucks. It blows. I hate it. I like to rip it out of wherever it's hidden in my laptop and smash it. It's the frustration right now that I'm going through. It really is. I like looking out this way, but it's not that great when it's facing you. And you look like a... That's why my inner conscience is going to guide my ship. Absolutely right, man. I am off and set sail. Sailing Christopher Cross. Better believe it. Well, you'd think you got famous, you know, you're making money, you're buying all this shit. You and your wife get divorced. John Denver, Christopher Cross, bunches of them. Start going every place. You got these crazy lunatics like they're on YouTube. They're tempting you. I'm lucky. The ones that stalk me are ugly, so it's easy. Those good-looking ones, shit. Who God knows what would have happened. Probably be dead by now. It's definitely a good guess. It's definitely something to consider. Yeah. Yeah, let's just party on here, man. Because I'm a little captain. I'm the captain of my ship. I'm doing what I can. I'm going to get a hold of my Stephanie today. She wants me to bring back StreamYard. I'm fucking sick of stacking books. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. This fucking thing working. I just tried another setting on this goddamn thing. So fucking bored today. I did too much exercise yesterday, which was why I'm not lifting weights today. I know better. I don't want to get sick. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? Yeah, it's working, but I gotta. These cameras are like not that great, you know. It's a thing. I gotta do better. I'm gonna do better. Pissing me the fuck off. The outside one just sucks so bad. You know, it's a cheap webcam. I get it. You know, the sun's when it's directly in front of me, it's great. It's that 45 angle. It just washes everything out. Looks like shit. Hey, Larry. It's just so shitty. I didn't even want to do it anymore today. Last night I didn't stay here. I just left my camera running. You know, I think that guy I talked to from Logitech's full of shit. And I'm losing confidence in those guys too. You know, I talked to him about a half hour. I knew a few of the things. He really knew what he was talking about. But their website isn't even working to buy shit off them. They can't fix it. It's been down like 3 months. How are you a fucking computer company and have that? That's number one. Number two, he said you could only access camera at one time. Well, I had weird shit like that happen before. And I just assumed that YouTube didn't want you on a live on your car while a live was going on at some squirrel cam at home. That turned out to be false too. That camera is cutting off recording, which I can't tell that it's doing it until I go outside and wave my hands and nothing shows. It's stuck, but the recorder still ticks off like it's recording. Now, yesterday I did get 12 hours, which was crazy, which was a long time. But there's some error message. I got to photocopy this, not photocopy, but photo this error message. It gives me some bullshit. Something is already accessing this camera, which is bullshit. Fucking yeah. Hey, I want to show you this, man. Look at this beautiful little bird. This bird has meaning to me. It's a pine warbler. See it? Pine warbler. And I've been reading my anatomy book. I'll tell you, man, if you guys doubt that what you eat and drink and all that shit is, you know, how bad it is for you. Oh, I hate fucking, you know, I love computers when they're working. Look, if you're wondering, you know, what you eat and all that shit, sugar, all that shit, beer, just go get one of these. $12. Absolutely fantastic. And you'll see all this shit in the entire body. And you're going to wonder how all this shit works to begin with. Much less poisoning yourself with known carcinogens, high sugar, fucking smoke in your lungs, high fat foods. In all this, you look at this, you just can't believe that you've done what you've done, and you're not dead yet. And I've realized after reading these atlases and reading about a lot about science is that I always say, does advertising work? You read these subliminal fucking deals where, it's flash and stuff. And you can hardly read it, all this bullshit. Not to mention the 9 to 5 blitzkrieg of billboards, YouTube fucking ads, newspapers, people handing you shit in the mall parking lot. And the fucking light bulb came on. This is a revelation that happened today. The light bulb came on. You know what I realized? Advertising. You think, well, you dumbass, why would you think advertising didn't work? I never thought that it didn't work. But I realized after reading these atlases on anatomy and reading what the organs do, that these motherfuckers made it seem like eating Twinkies and smoking was cool and drinking. They show a bunch of good looking girls like holding your hand in a bar and all this fucking bullshit that is false. Because if you were given an anatomy book in the 6th grade and you said, hey, look, this is what your body entails. Now I'm going to let you kids know when you get out there in this goddamn clusterfuck of a world, you're going to be getting ads that smoking's cool, getting drunk is cool. That's what the radio stations did for years. It's the same thing with Chicago did on a convicted felon, Al Capone, fucking scumbag, dirtbag, bank robbing dickhead. And they have tours about it. What kind of message is that sending to kids? You wonder why the world's fucked up? That's why. Taco Bell. Oh, yeah. 3 tacos for $9.99 or $3.99 or whatever the fuck it is, and a large artificially sweetened bucket of fucking syrup that rots your teeth out. Really, here I am this age. This fucking shit is crystal clear now. It's too late. But I'll tell you one thing, man. If I had kids or I had influence over youth, I bet they'd fire me as a school teacher because I'd tell these fucking kids, I'd straighten it out. I'd show them every damn day the inside of a stomach, kidney, what smoke does to lungs, and fuck all this other bullshit. Worrying about putting 3 bathrooms in a school. Where do we come from? Yeah. Where do we come from? No shit. Really, it seems like it, man. You go out in Mars, when you're looking at a place like Mars with no people in Jupiter, and I think, yeah, what a fucking beautiful place. What are you talking about? This is just a swirling ball of rocks. This is paradise. There's no people on it. You don't have murder, greed, lust, perverts, arsonists, homeless, bums that you just gave $5 to, burning houses down in California, setting fucking fires intentionally. I mean, can you think of a more frustrating thing in your life other than a computer that won't turn on or a fucking program that won't work than giving a guy $5 in California? He's a homeless bum. You're a fucking California liberal. So, you hug him and you give him a damn refuge. You tell the fucking government they can't send him back to wherever he fucking came from. You give him a big fucking hug and you drive your Mercedes Benz and you give him a big giant hot chocolate from Starbucks that costs $14 and food because he needed food. The motherfucker gets bored. Later on, he goes out with a match and intentionally starts fires that end up killing people and killing essential workers. They learned it here in Athens, Georgia. Illegal shitbag murdered a girl. He's trying to get some lawyer to twist all his bullshit around now, too. See if he can get out of life in prison. I'd like to torture that son of a bitch myself. Jeff, is this suitable for most advertisers? Yeah, you just let me teach school, man. See all this bullshit on TV? All this crap that's not good for you? Now, I'm not saying you're going to die from it. All I'm saying is there's a there are better things. Oh, yeah, I believe that. I don't doubt that at all. Right around there, 166,000. And I'm not saying this is bad, but I do know this, that I know like 10 years ago when I first started going around Detroit and stuff like that, that homeless people, drug addicts, all those people were eligible for $6,300 a month, taxpayer paid medication for being HIV positive. $6,300. And then you got Stephanie that can't get dentures. And these crazies can't understand why we're pissed or we don't want them on a chat. They still don't figure it out. That's the best thing I ever did for this channel, was get rid of these crazies. I mean, look, for years, I just like, okay, yeah, you like that. You're a Democrat. You like Democrat. I dated Democrats. I don't think I do it now, though. That'd be like dating a bank robber or a pedophile or a convicted arsonist or an embezzler. Yeah, I know you paid your debt society. You were in prison. You got out. But you know what? You were an adult when you did that. And you knew what you were doing. And there are better candidates out there than you. So get lost. No, I don't want her on the chat. No, I don't. I don't want her on there. I mean, Mary's a decent person, but she's totally both feet in this bullshit. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Yeah. God has nothing to do with it. That's just an imaginary person that you dream. But there's such a higher level than organized religion. It's ridiculous, man. Any day you want to debate on a live stream about Christianity and its origin and dates and timelines, I'd be glad to do it with you. It's so inaccurate and false and full of shit. It's ridiculous. Look at the ecumenical councils where they decided what letters were going to go in the New Testament and the ones they decided not to. The whole thing is Galileo was excommunicated not that long ago for saying the earth was round. And now the more that they're doing space travel and finding out about how the age of some of these planets are, the whole Genesis thing. If you're a devout Christian, Mark, why don't you tell me right now how old you think the earth is? How old do you think the earth is? You know, these hostile wackos, you know, that have just not been good for this world. They go out and cause a bunch of trouble, and then they become religious, because that's really your kind of only get out of jail card when you have your attorney go in there and represent you. Because if you read factually the premise and the whole things, I mean, come on, virgin births, walking on water, burning bushes, turning water into wine, just couldn't get any crazier. Adam and Eve, the only two people, and that's how all the people ended up getting here. And then you don't believe in evolution, but you'll believe in Adam and Eve. It's just nuts. It's crazy. Such a huge, high level of how we got here past these silly stories that are told. They're not one bit believable. Tell me go look it up, right? Tell me how old do you think the earth is? Mark, how old do you think it is? No, it's enough. But I'm asking you right now, how old do you think the earth is? Or you don't know? How old do you think it is? Just answer that, will you? It's nuts. I mean, it's faith-based. You can believe what you want to be, and you're probably a pretty good guy. You decide to believe in it. Good for you. I don't. But I don't come on telling you to watch pornography and see it my way, do I? All you Christian kooks come on here and you're the authority and this is the only way. And if you don't believe it, you're nuts and you need to be saved. It's insulting. It's insulting. Nobody knows. Nobody knows, Jeff, but that doesn't need to. I don't know either. It absolutely is unbelievably stunning. But it doesn't mean you need to make up stories to try to get people to believe it. Billions of years. Well, that does. What Bible are you using then, Mark? Let me ask you that. What Bible are you using? What Bible? Because billions of years old is wrong to Christians. Hey, how you doing, Louis? No, I do not want to talk to you. No, you are a fucking bullshitter. No, I don't believe a word you fucking saying. And I figured out who you were late. You're a fucking scammer too, and I'm blocking you right now. I've told you I blocked you before, and you know that. So get lost. There's another fucking scamming stalker. Forgot what they lied about last time. Just go away, will you? I block these people repeatedly. No, me neither. No, the world is absolutely, I mean, shit, man, where do you begin? Just look at this atlas I just talked about. And I don't like not believe in it because of bad things happening to good people and stuff like that. That has nothing to do with it. I will give religion this. The only thing that makes sense to me, if it's a possibility, is if you live your life in a certain way and you try hard and you're not a bullshitter and a con artist and two-faced, that you will get salvation. You will get salvation. You don't need to be a fundamentalist. You will get salvation, that your behavior, and you demonstrated over a lifetime that if heaven and hell is true, which I don't think it is, you will go to heaven. Salvation makes sense. So, when the God-fearing Christian family gets killed on a head-on their way to church on Sunday, it's like, well, how could God? It has nothing to do with it. It's salvation. It's the afterlife. Just because you're a Christian and believe doesn't mean you're not going to die a slow, miserable death from the most aggressive form of cancer in the world. Hey, Crunch and Munch. We don't know. Thank you. Amen. Yeah, follow on a fear. That's what I think. But I'll tell you this, and I'm not saying this is good news. I'm just saying I don't believe in it. As this time goes on, Christianity's falling apart. With more science and people are getting to see how the world works, they're realizing what a crock of shit it is. Yeah. If what you said was true, people should be coming closer to church, not further away. And they're not. They're leaving by droves. And then when they, now that they've got a pretty good handle on homosexuality, well, what do you got to say about that? Do you think that's an allegory? The Old Testament, Sodom and Gomorrah. The New Testament talks all over about homosexuality. Well, now, fast forward to where we are now, and you look at genetics and behavior and blah, blah, blah. It's got nothing to do with having a bad habit because you happen to like the same sex. It's just nuts. The whole thing is crazy. Just nuts. Oh, thank you. Yeah, good for you, Crunch and Munch. Yeah, amen. Party on, babe. You're at the same place I was at 25 years ago. Right around there. I wish you luck. That's right. No E in judgments, by the way. A lot of people make that mistake. I did too until somebody told me. Hey, Lakota, how you doing? Yeah, it's a bunch of fucking bullshit, man, I think. Just crazy, man. Just go and listen to some of this crazy shit. Hey, David, how you doing? And I know lots of, I know some good people that are good people that happen to be Christians. And I know some other really great people that have nothing to do with religion. And if you want to, I've met some of the biggest bullshitters in my life that went to a church. Now, that's not the religion. It's the individual that went to church. I get that. But it just seems to be like a haven for con artists. They're always catching them on TV doing all sorts of crazy shit. The guy that built this place I'm sitting in right now is a big bullshitter Christian. I did all I could to keep from strangling him. Yeah, bad experiences in church. But, you can't always blame that on churches. And churches have done like lots of good things for people. The Catholic Church is an example. They've done a lot for the poor. They did a lot for women's rights. They give, they're not all bad. I get this. I mean, if I had my choice if you gave me a choice of like, hey, you're going to have neighbors move in on both sides of you, and you get two choices for the neighbors on both sides. We've got people that really live the life of good Christians or unknown. I take the life of the good Christians on both sides, happily. Great. I mean, I'm not downing someone that's what they decided to believe in. They're good people, but it isn't their, they walk the walk. It just gets so old listening to this religious bullshit you see. These guys flying around in jets and bullshit, and just can't take it anymore. Yeah, bad experiences in church. Yeah, like a lot of people did. But I don't think that you have to. You can be a really good person, and you're not a good person all the time. You do fucked up, stupid shit. But you're not like murdering people, and you're not stealing from people, and you're not like running over animals because you think it's fun. That you can do all that without ever stepping foot in a church. Heaven and hell, what a joke. Where'd that guy go? Where's Mark Kropka today when I need him? Yeah, they're for themselves. It's just, you get A to Z. You get all sorts of people in church. Yeah, this kook that I just quit dating is another big churchgoer, fucking lunatic. You know how when you really get in a blown out argument, you really get pissed and you just pull out every stop? I really let her have it with both barrels. And you know why I did it? First of all, it was all true. None of it was not true. And secondly, I'd hoped that if I ever had a weak moment, I wouldn't call her again. And if I gave her both barrels about how I really felt, she'd never answer the phone. Fuck yeah, I did. You're absolutely right, I did. Fucking lunatic. Goddamn right I did. I wanted to guarantee that I'd never like call her when I was up there or something. Fuck, please, no. Yeah, she even sent me an email and said, pleasure yourself. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's good advice. It wasn't that good, believe me. That's why I got depressed when I went to Florida last week. I realized that she was 1,000 better than the wife I divorced, 1,000 times better than the wife I divorced. What a fucking joke, man. Tell you another thing I'm realizing too. I bet you know this too, Crunch and Munch too. This fucking dating thing, I'm just about ready to just not even consider it. Didn't even do it like for the last 25 years. Then I got thinking about it, There were parts to dating that. Here comes a vulture in for a turkey leg, chicken leg. There were parts of that I liked, but overall it was like terrible. I can see why she's never been married. No, I really didn't. I think I was a pretty good guy about it. Until it got argumentative and she fucking pissed me the fuck off. So I think she's schizophrenic, to tell you the truth. Which she should have been great in bed and she wasn't. Schizophrenic or psychotic, it's like fringe, both of them, but fucking nuts. But she had this real like sweet cunning thing. When she gets dressed up and puts like an inch and a half of, what do they call that? Base makeup or whatever they call it, foundation. She looks pretty damn good for her age. I mean, that's the only older woman I've ever dated my whole life. It's just, could be borderline too. Yeah, she's too fucking stupid to be borderline though. She's not smart at all. Certain things she's smart about, but most she's not. She's really fucking dumb. Yeah, that's why I could have never really pulled the trigger with her moving down here. I'd have fucking been on goddamn Forensic Files. No shit, I wouldn't have fed those fucking vultures for fucking 6 months and throwing her ass out there. They probably would have spit her out. What a bitch. And not even all that either. Worked 32 years for General Motors, broke, blows all her money in these 4 old fucking nags that she raced in Kentucky thinking that she was going to make some money. Fucking unorganized. Fuck her, man. Oh, porn. Are you off the wagon again on porn? She was actually a year younger than me, believe it or not. You're younger than me. But anybody I introduced her to thought that she was like 50. Health nut, vegetarian, never smoked, doesn't drink, blonde, blue eyes. I mean, you couldn't have found better for that age. She looked like a TV anchor in the face and the slim body. Yeah. Fucking done with her, No, it's not a number. No, it's not. Bullshit. Yeah, you can say that now at 45. You won't even want to fucking look at your face brushing teeth in the mirror another 25 years. Yeah, there's something to that women and horses thing. It's true. I put a drinking thing out here for these women so they can get their horses a drink when they go by. They're all overweight and married good. Willis, yeah. Yeah, it's true. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Did you have any remorse on blocking that guy? Did you have blockers remorse? I'm just fucking tired. I got Daisy over here today. Got my Daisy girl. We're bringing back the old days. It's my good girl, honey. She sleeps right next to Dad. Daisy doesn't like being alone. Yeah, she doesn't. Yeah, no, I didn't. I did not. I'm going to use the water for other things too. It wasn't all that, but I didn't need to put a spigot in a bucket. I mean, I've been here 3 years. I haven't met one yet. I'd ask out. I let them ride all their horses around here if they want to. I'm hoping that they knock at the door someday and say, Tom, it's like we were on a, thank you for letting us ride our horses around. It was really great. There were no cars. The horses swam in the pond. Can we blow you? It's like, sure. Yeah. Yep, she can. Yep. Yeah, she can. Yeah, Daisy's having a good time. Not everything fed today. See the vultures. These vultures are a little. I fed the blacks this morning. That's uploaded that little video. 11. Just 11, right around there. And they're really. I got these chicken legs out front close. Now they smell them. They can smell like crazy, like a bloodhound. The blacks can't smell at all. And they're flying down. They're getting low, but they're not taking the bait. Oh, okay. Yeah, it sucks, man. 100% full moon tonight. Well, actually, not quite. 98, but it'll be a good full moon tonight. Be a good, another beautiful moon night tonight, you guys. I'm gonna try and get a nice video of it coming up. I don't have a car here for a week, which I'm grateful for. Keeps me home instead of going out fucking around, going to bookstores. Although I've gotten better, going and getting $10 coffees at Starbucks. My truck's over in Hilton Head. Yeah, crunch and munch. No, I don't think there'll be. Yeah, hopefully to where you're at. It's a great light night last night, tonight too. These security cameras and these webcams. What a fucking nightmare, man. Is there anybody that doesn't manufacture these things? Webcam security. I mean, just spend your fucking rest of your life trying to figure out a good one. You'll read some big review by some place that you respect, like Tom's or one of those computer magazines, Consumer Report. Then you'll go look at it on Amazon, see how much they want for it, and the fucking thing will have like a 2.5 rating. What the fuck? No, I don't think I do. No. Now, one caveat to that, one exception is I'm a guy that likes to go into the gas station, talk to Ann, how you doing? Go get a chicken wing, talk to Susie, talk to the clerk 30 seconds at the bookstore, and that's it. No, I don't go to places to be around others like I do on here, which I still can't figure out, to tell you the truth. I think it's because I can shut it off whenever I want it, but I'm not sure of that. Hey, Angie, how you doing? Oh, I know it's cold up there. They're talking about another big, crazy cold snap. Great voice, by the way. Great voice. Yeah, it's nuts, man. I mean, Angie knows what I'm talking about. Angie, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, right? You know, when you're here, yeah, I wish I was in Port Sanilac. When you're in Port Sanilac, you wish you were in 55-degree Georgia like today. This is just human nature. But Angie, and I'm not saying good or bad, but are you happy that you're there at this stage of life? And do you look forward to another 25 years of it? 8 degrees. Wow. No shit. Oh, good for you then. See, that's good. Good for you. Good. That is hard to do. Yeah, that's a good for you and great. Now, I'm not jealous, but I would say I'm envious. I think I've done as well as I can for being crazy. No shit. The Great Lakes are just a, phenomenon. Appreciated. Believe it or not, Lake Huron's my favorite. Oh, that's good for you. That is good. Yeah, you're lucky. I never had that with relatives. Fucking psychiatrist said, well, do you think it could be you? Yeah, I think it could be me. But you know what? After really keeping notes and therapy and knowing other people that knew them and the people that know me, it's not me at all. Zero, zip it. We're not spending fucking 5 seconds about this. Yeah, there's a school of thought to that. Yeah, who's fucking financially, yeah. Yeah, financially, absolutely right. Sure. But see, that's the problem. And I'm glad you brought, hey, LA, I'm glad you brought that up because the success in this fucking clusterfuck is based on how much shit you have, how much money you make. Nobody's fucking, there'll be some guy divorced 20 fucking times. Look at Donald Trump. He's a fucking lunatic and he's running the country. Would you call him successful? Depends who you ask. If it's a guy that has great relationships, he's a fucking loser. It's a guy that is able to worm his way into powerful positions and make judgments for an economy. Well, he's successful. I mean, I was look at Jimmy Carter's sons. 2 out of the 3 got divorced. Amy got divorced. I mean, here you got the chemistry of Rosalind and Jimmy, and then you got kids that, at least probably by Rosalind's and Jimmy's standards, Carter standards, didn't do that well in life. Yeah, I don't think success is about being happy. Happy is a moving target. What makes you happy today may not make you happy tomorrow. Oh, let's do some of those crazy plans for Western states. Yeah, no, nuts. Hope it never happens. I don't think it will. They tried that. They've already fucked with Wisconsin over that. There's some pretty interesting publications on water rights. And they're already like doing that in Michigan with regard to groundwater. I'll tell you an interesting subject. I haven't read these books. I know a little bit, not a lot, but groundwater and how old it is and where it comes from. These big veins of water just traveling under the ground. It's nuts. Interesting too. Like where you dig wells. This well, I think they had to go 618 feet to get hit water. And I just had somebody drill down there and use it. It's crazy. You really realize when you get out in rural places, that's what they refer to as ground that doesn't perk. You can't get any fucking water out of it. Could dig to China. What good's living someplace? That's why you see all these tracts of land. Own 100 acres in Arizona for $10,000. Yeah. The problem is there's no water within 100 miles in either direction. You got to tote it in, which is a major fucking nightmare. You know what I mean? Yeah, 618. That's common down here. That's common. A lot of granite down here. Oh, thanks. A lot of granite down here. Yeah, water's all over the fucking place. This place is going to be wrecked too. I'll be dead by then, though. Thank God. This same deal here happened in Florida. Rural dirt roads, Couldn't hear any noise. Now it's a fucking mini New York City. Florida sucks. That's why I only went down there for one day. I could have went down. I could still be in Florida if I wanted to be. I went down there for one day. That's how much I love Florida. I could have got there early, could have stayed late. Shit, no way. Fucking commit suicide in my room. So shitty down there. Yep. Crazy. Rusty water. Oh, yeah, laundromat, yeah. Had a lot of sulfur in the water, probably. Iron. But you can filter all that out now. Yeah, fuck a few weeks. I couldn't stand it there. Then I hate that place. I was in the worst place of them all, Kissimmee. I've mentioned this before, but watch this movie. Go get it on Netflix. Florida Project. It just sums it up perfect. That hotel's still there and rented. Florida Project. Fucking traffic is just an ass kicker down there. Yeah, go read Florida. Go watch the movie Florida Project. I thought it was absolutely excellent. But because they weren't in everybody's ass, and that was her first movie. These critics, man, it's like all us being on here, me grading you and you grading me. Movies is like that too. It could be the best movie in the world. And if you haven't sucked enough asses and been in Hollywood for 30 years, there's no fucking way you're getting a disproportionate amount of advertising. Yeah. Yeah, Kissimmee sucks. All those places suck. Key West, I can take it about a day or two there. It's kind of like Mackinac Island. Go fucking crazy. Unless you're an alcoholic or gay. If you're a straight male that doesn't drink, why would you go to Key West? Just to play Russian roulette in your hotel room? Kissimmee's the same way. Yeah, but you're in Ohio now, aren't you? You're actually in Ohio, aren't you? Put-in-Bay sucks. Yeah, I flew into that airport probably 50 times. They got a guy. If you take off to the north, I think it is it the north? I don't remember. But anyway, there's a guy that won't cut the trees on the other. No, it's the approach end. It's the approach end. There's a guy that won't cut the trees down. He hates airplanes. And when you're going there, and depending on what you're flying, I mean, you got to get it just right. And then when you take off, you got that tower at the end, that thing in the air that you kind of got to like fly around. I mean, I wouldn't say it's tricky or even that demanding, but there's all sorts of guys that land long and into the trees and crash on takeoff and all sorts of shit over the years in Put-in-Bay. I don't think you can. No, I don't think so. Huh. Tonight's going to be a really nice night. I like it when the clouds are behind the moon. Now, I saw the good one last night and the one the night before. So if I don't get any more, it's fine. Hey, like I said, I mention this all the time too. You're lucky to see 1,000 full moons in your life. Probably won't. Probably won't see them. No shit. Think about that. So when you see one, appreciate it. Yeah, I haven't really fucked with a lot of the tickets weren't that much, and fuck it, poor man's tax. That's no shit. The lottery. Oh, Morgan, I know a guy that owns an antique shop there. Oh, come back, Toledo. Yeah, do you need any help doing that? Do you need any help? Oh, good for you, Angie. That's fun. That's fun. No, you can't predict it, but that would be fun. To just be cold and you're in this little place. No, I don't think it should be either. Hey, Angie, in the wintertime, like now, Are there any hotels or motels next to the where you work? And I'll bet you're screwed up there getting anything to eat past 6 o'clock, aren't you? Oh, Cleveland Airport? Yeah, that's Hopkins Airport. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, good. I like Ohio, actually. Another Rust Belt city that's in the shitter. Once industry went south, the economy and stuff, every fucker left here because of bullshit. The Rust Belt cities were the greatest place in the world to live up until then. Now they're all just skeletons. Akron, Youngstown, Toledo, Detroit, Milwaukee, Green Bay. I could go on and on. Just barely hanging in there. Big, huge, designed infrastructures for a lower population. Oh, a bed. I don't like those bed and breakfast. I don't like them. I had one. Owned a bed and breakfast. I don't like staying in those. I mean, to me, I just like go in. I wish there was a Motel 6. I don't like bed and breakfast. It's like you go in there, it's got all this like gay looking shit. That's why it cost $150. Oh, the store. Oh yeah, South Jersey sucks. There's a lady came on here the other day. Just lives about 20 miles from me. Lives down in Gibson. I go through there once in a while. Really nice lady. Yeah, they left South Jersey. Fucking nightmare. You couldn't pay me $1 million a year to live there. No, yeah, you're right. And these employers know that now. Now these employers and what'll happen is just like Ford Motor Company did to Detroit. They're well aware of their presence in a community. So now they'll start squeezing the city for tax-free exemptions because they're providing all these jobs. They don't want to pay any tax anymore. That's why Ford's down in that new place downtown at the old train station. They don't pay any tax. Well, you can't sustain a city long-term on a bunch of big companies down there not paying tax. So it works for a while, but just like that riverfront project that went tits up in Toledo, it's not sustainable. Yeah. I don't blame them for playing it. I mean, they got them by the balls. The name of the game's making money. And if you can squeeze the cities into threatening to leave, that's what they'll do. Yep. That's how it goes, man. That's why you see these cities now like Detroit, Amazon. That must have been some favor to somebody. Amazon acted like they were going to open up a thing in Detroit. Bullshit. I mean, somebody hit their head if they were considering moving to Detroit and opening a big distribution center. Police department's corrupt. Public transportation sucks. Crime is through the roof. Houses other than 4 or 5 neighborhoods, you would never want to live there. Traffic's insane. Insurance premiums are out of sight. Yeah, you're going to really attract a lot of people to go to that dump. But you're always going to have these fringe wackos out there thinking that Detroit's coming back that are just clueless. They saw Al Kaline hit a home run when they were in the 6th grade, and they think that they have fond memories of Detroit, and they want to go back to the days before it was a zoo. It's not happening. You're going to have everywhere in another 50 years, every place that you don't want to get raped or murdered in is going to be a gated neighborhood. I don't blame them. The big companies are holding the cards. I don't blame them. The good news is that Mexico thing didn't really work out for these American companies that great. They thought they were going to go down there and just get all these people to work for nothing and ship these cars back. And with all the politics and NAFTA and similar things, it did not work. As it turns out, that's why Mexico is arguably third world. You can't get anything done there worth a fuck. It's the same with all those Caribbean places. Cabo, bunch of fucking corrupt fucking scumbags. You can't go to the store and leave your fucking four-wheeler out in the parking lot without coming back and having it gone. They'll have squatters move into those $2 million homes down there, and you can't get them out of there. Oh, Pittsburgh? Oh, yeah. But, these guys, I mean, you can't villainize these guys for making themselves marketable to where they need to build a plant. I think Trump will bring it back. I mean, it's worth a try. Certainly better than the alternative. I mean, no shit, man. Definitely better than the alternative. Fuck, yeah. I mean, you might as well hung it up if Harris would have got elected. You better believe it, man. Free everything for every scumbag bum in the world. Break Medicaid, give Social Security to everybody. 6 and 7 generations on public welfare. Free tuition. Yeah, great. Free rent. The rent's getting paid. Their food's getting paid. Their medical care is getting paid. And who's paying for it? The last guy standing, the guy that's still going to work every day. Just doesn't make any sense. I know a young dermatologist up in Athens. And 30 years ago, he'd have been making so much money, it was ridiculous. That's the most coveted specialty in medicine. One of the most coveted specialties. And they have a nice place, but it's a fucking nightmare. They told me that none of these young doctors want to work full time anymore. They all want 150 grand to work 20 hours a week. And they can't recruit them because nobody wants to work like the old days. It's a fucking nightmare. And they go through the same thing with the office staff and then the fucking federal government and these medical records with physicians. I hope Trump does something on that too. I got a buddy that's a doctor now, and he has to take both his days off to catch up on his transcription for all this bullshit documentation. Now, look, there's nothing wrong with keeping good records on people you treat, but this shit's gotten fucking insane. And they make sure all these doctors are well aware of, you better do this, this, and this, because if you don't, we catch it. And that's what they've done now with this new programming. The hospitals are catching a lot of this stuff before it ever gets out of hand. They're telling the doctors, you're giving out too much of this, you're not giving out of that. Why aren't you getting a bone scan? Why aren't you getting an MRI? Why did you do an MRI when you shouldn't have? It's just constant micromanaging. Oh, well, yeah, your daughter's got a chance to get out of that life. She doesn't fuck it up. Yeah, I don't know about graduate school, man. Yeah, if you can get it paid for or something. I mean, college has really lowered the bar now. These colleges are well aware of the dwindling amount of people. Look at enrollments nationwide, other than the top universities. They're pulling out all the stops to get people to go there. Mm-hmm. There definitely are. Pulling all the stops out. Get people to go there. I mean, that's a problem in Michigan. You get all these hood rats out of Detroit that get into these colleges that shouldn't. They just party until they get too old or they're not eligible or they flunk too many classes with no intention of ever paying anything back. I know, Angie. Yeah. Well, you didn't know any better. At your age, that was the thing to do. Well, what's your master's degree in? Hell no. Same big time. Yeah, I get it. That's exactly right. That's exactly right, Crunch and Munch. See, that's what's putting the squeeze on the people around here. You could manage a dollar store, a gas station, all that shit. That shit's all fucking gone with inflation. You know, these wages didn't keep up with inflation. So you got all sorts of people around here with tarps on their roofs, don't have cars. Feel bad for them. Yeah, this South right here, this would have never ever been this developed had the economy been this way back when people moved in. No kidding. Wow. Where'd you ended up getting that from, Angie? Oh yeah, it's just this is why it's so important to how you do your due diligence and you crunch the data and you vote for someone that is willing to keep these imports from coming in and putting everybody out of business. Yeah. No, it's just a different, but this is a thing that, we're used to our parents' lives, and that's long gone. Oh, okay, good for you. Oh, I don't doubt that. Yeah. I don't doubt it. I don't think I could have done online. Only thing I can do online really good is watch porn. And I quit doing that. About ready to go back to it though. Yeah, fuck it. Oh shit, man. God damn it. Save me a lot of trouble. Yeah, I mean, look at all the people out there. We get people on here that are still married. They'll never tell you the truth. Their spouse might be listening. They'll never tell you the truth. No way. You know how they had that show, Be a Millionaire, Make a Millionaire, whatever that stupid ass show was when you answered those questions? Yeah, now I think we need to have a show where they can read your mind and put it on a monitor. I'd watch that one every night. Just like, well, we're going to have Angie from Michigan. She'll be here tonight. We're going to read Angie's mind about how she feels about everything. And then they put it on a screen. It's just like cringe. Even your own private thoughts aren't private any longer. All of a sudden you get fired at work. Your friends quit talking to you. Got that old computer running all the time. That's your personality. And I don't know about this subconscious horse shit. I don't know. I'm beginning to think it's a bunch of bullshit. What fucking good's it do you? What good's your subconscious do you? I want to know something like, I want to see some results. None of this vague pie in the sky bullshit that you really don't know if it helped you or not. It's like taking a supplement, an herbal supplement. Fuck. You ever take one of those things and, other than imagining you felt better, really felt better? It's not like taking prednisone or a good antidepressant or a fucking lifesaver when your breast's bad. I know when it helps or when it doesn't. It's like starting a fire. Either the fucking wood's burning or it's not. Placebo studies. That wouldn't do shit in the animal world, only with stupid people. You give these vultures a placebo, they'd look at you like, who are you bullshitting? All these animals. That placebo stuff wouldn't work because they're not stupid. They know the difference between something that they should be eating and something that they shouldn't. And they know whether it's good or not. I'm telling you, man, there's this sixth sense with these animals. Yeah. Oh yeah. Fuck, I don't think you ever do. Yeah, I don't think you ever really do. It's the old adage, unless you live with somebody or married to them. That's why when people say, hey, do you know Johnny and Mary are getting divorced? God, we're so shocked. Yeah, I'm not shocked. Who knows why? No, unless you've lived with somebody or married them, You'll never know. No, I agree. Yeah. You look at dating at the beginning, just ride that wave as good as you can because it's not going to go on forever. Then well, you know your relationships in the shitter when all of a sudden and now they start talking about it's going to take work. Didn't take any work for the first 6 months. Shit, it was like being on a vacation every day. Now all of a sudden it's going to take work. It's like, yeah, you need to understand her feelings. She tells the marriage counselor, you watch too much porn. And you're thinking to yourself, I don't watch enough porn. I went to marriage counseling before I left my wife. She excused herself to go to the bathroom. I said, hey, look, motherfucker, I do not want this to work out. If you want to do private counseling with her, be my guest, but quit trying to fix this. I'm not paying you $220 an hour to talk me into something that I know I don't want to do. This isn't, being more considerate. I'm fucking done. Yeah, and then they'll write down in their notes, the husband, Tom, was not open-minded. Nah, fucking wasn't. Maybe I got there too late. I don't know. Maybe I should have saw you before I ever married her and we wouldn't be having this conversation. You never know. You go with what you have when it's presented to you at the time. You know, I think what always got me to take the plunge was that I didn't want to lose them. And I didn't really want them 100%, but I didn't want anybody else having them. Got jealous. It's such a terrible emotion. 25 years. But divorced a year and a half. But I was with her like, I knew her in college. Hey, Angie, they sucker you into those student loans? You ought to check off your hermaphrodite. Maybe they'll cancel them. Oh, yeah, it went through a year and a half ago. I'm appealing the decision. But it went through. But I hadn't lived with her in like 25 years. And if you said, well, do you think you'll ever see her? I don't. And I can't really tell you why other than I'm divorced. It wasn't like bad like you'd think. That's what pissed me off and got me depressed going down to Florida. I realized that I left somebody 1,000 times better than who I've dated since I did that. This is my dilemma. Yeah, I mean, I've painted myself into a corner. I'm fucked either way, whether I got divorced or whether I didn't. What are you going to do? Well, I don't know. Move up to Michigan. Angie, you hiring? Are you hiring? I could practice working on my personality with customers. Yeah. I mean, divorce, I don't look at it like, it's not like it's a civil contract, big deal. I mean, I don't think a marriage should be an endurance test. And honestly, if you took strangers, non-biased third parties, and you gave them all the evidence, they'd say it was mostly me, which I would agree with. If I wanted to, I could have still been there. Well, it doesn't make me feel any better about it, but I think I could have been. But I'm sure maybe that's what the judge thought through whatever. Fucking bitch. God damn, I got fucked on that big time. Is you can't have a perfect life? Oh yeah, no problem. Coming right up. Yeah, why don't you just hire me without an interview? Yeah, I wouldn't say, I mean, I don't think that either. I don't think that either. Oh, that's a good job. Yeah, it's a pretty good job. They've had a lot of political strife with the nurse anesthetists because hospitals were trying to get them to do all the anesthesia with some guy and managing them online. It's a problem places because they're much lower cost. Yeah, and that all catches up with you though. If she gets killed in a car accident and the father needs to be compensated for the loss of her income. I mean, all this shit works great while you're living, but if something happens to her, in a way, it's kind of unfair if he put up with all her bullshit for all these years. See, this is what suckers you into signing on the dotted line. Angie, have you ever been married? Always hiring up there too, huh? Yeah. Well, my divorce wasn't too bad because, first of all, you only uh, are responsible. It's what you acquired after the marriage. Well, we were college kids. Shit, I required 85% of the stuff we had was because of me. I got about fucking 10% of it, which is why I'm pissed and why I'm appealing. But if you don't, divorces are no fault now. It's the kids is the problem. I bet the father's a fucking pussy. There's no way I'd have, I wouldn't be having kids with some damn anesthesiologist without being married. Fuck that. Well, hey, no, that's a reason. That's all you need to do. I mean, you know? No, she couldn't do shit. No, she wasn't. No. She just couldn't. If she'd have had the money, she'd have written me a check, but she didn't. If she could have had the money to write me a check, she would have. No, she's not nasty at all. Yep. No, not at all. No, if you met her, you would like her. Didn't have any enemies. Always real popular at work. Didn't have any problem attracting guys. Still. No, not necessarily. And if you don't contest things, the only thing mine was how you're going to split this property up. That was the problem. You know? No, it makes sense. Yeah, I get it. It makes sense. No. Don't talk to her. I haven't talked to her in 3 years. Yeah, I saw her. She wouldn't even look me in the face at the divorce thing. They had a chance to get on an elevator with me and didn't either. Oh, sorry about that. Deadbeat. There's a lot of deadbeats around. They don't want to work. It's amazing the women that put up with guys that don't want to work. No shit. It's crazy. I don't get it. I get it when young and it's hormones, but I don't get it older. I used to pay for the gas station lady. She feeds these cats. She's an alcoholic, drinks a fifth a day, smokes, married to a guy that doesn't work. And I quit paying for the cat food and these feral cats because I finally told her, hey, look, Ann, I don't mind helping you out, but you signed on with a guy that doesn't want to work. You spend all your money on booze and cigarettes. And because you chose to marry a guy that doesn't work, you can't afford to feed cats. There's not enough money left. Now, if you were just a single person or your husband was injured or disabled, that's different. But these are the choices that are catching up with you later in life. I know you like to feed the cat. It's a good heart. It's nice of you to do. But you can't afford it. No contact. Oh, probably not. Yeah. Does that bother you, LA? Does that bother you? Hey, Penny, how you doing? Yeah. He might have believed some bullshit about you, too. You just never know with people. You know? Man, I mark so much bullshit spam and I still get new ones. I'm going to unsubscribe this one too. You go to unsubscribe. You ever had the ones you want to unsubscribe and they just take you through all this bullshit? Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, it really does. Well, I think I'm going to sign off. You guys thought I'd come on and say hello. I'm going to plug in this camera to see if it works. If I can just plug in this webcam and see if it defaults over to the other one. Hey, Kristen, how you doing? Just getting ready to sign off. Sorry. I don't think it's going to do anything, but I'm going to try anyway. Doing pretty good. I'm going to sign off here, though. I got to try and get a couple things done before I go to Betty Bye or go to putting up some more books. Betty Bye. So you guys have a good day today. I'm going to plug this in right now. So if it cuts off, I say goodbye to everybody. If it doesn't, I'll say goodbye another time. Oh, good for you. That'll be fun. Yeah. Take a picture of that, Terry. So, it just recognized a camera, but it didn't do anything. Yeah, thank you. Which I guess is good. I don't think I can switch it. Now that I'm not worried about in stream, I guess not. You have a good day too, LA. Bye, Penny. I'll be on later tonight. You guys have a good day. You party on. Bye, Angie.